Well, no, executioners are awesome. Like the torturers, they look, they're all, hunchbacks in the lab. Like, can I stick them again, master?
Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Gary.
And my name's Logan.
And today is part 2.
Dose.
Strange jobs from the past.
I didn't think they were all that strange. I mean, I could see why they needed them at the time.
A whipping boy?
Yeah.
They could just whip the prince's ass?
You kidding me? If I was a prince and they threatened to whip my ass, I'd be like, man, I'm running away from the castle. You'll never see me again.
Yeah, you running away from all that money too?
I'd fill up a pocket or two. Gold coins. That'll last me a little bit. Taking whatever, the sweetest pastry they had back then, so probably like flour water with me too.
First one on the list is going to be a lector. They worked in the Cuban cigar factories in the 19th and early 20th century. It was readers hired to entertain and educate workers by reading newspapers, novels, and political literature aloud during work hours. It's a pretty neat little job. Sit there and read all day.
Yeah, that is a pretty neat job.
Except you gotta think it was also in Cuba, so they were pretty much just reading the Communist Manifesto.
Maybe it would suck to be a lector. Like, I bet you get your ass beat all the time. Like, no, we don't want to read this again. Can we pick up a Goosebumps or something? We're bored.
Pick up a Goosebumps. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is a powder monkey.
Oh, I know powder monkeys. Had something to do with pirates and the gunpowder barrels.
You get close. It was from naval ships in the 18th and 19th century.
Are they the ones that refilled the cannons with gunpowder?
It was young boys responsible for carrying gunpowder to cannons during the naval battles. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my god, 80% of the time, I guess it every time.
A scavenger's daughter operator. It's individuals who operated a torture device designed to compress the body of prisoners.
Damn.
So it's kind of what you wanted in the last video. You wanted
the executioner.
Wanted an executioner. There's one. It's.
Well, no, executioners are awesome. Like the torturers, they look, they're all hunchbacks in the lab. Like, can I stick them again, master? No. Meanwhile, executioners, they're buff as hell. They're living in a shed outside the village. They come in this big black robe with a giant axe. They're cool. The torturers are lame little goblin-looking people.
Do you want to operate a scavenger's daughter?
Didn't Marilyn Manson operate one of those so he could suck his own dick in the 90s? Or was it that he had his ribs removed?
I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Probably didn't need to be listening to Marilyn Manson.
But take it easy on me, man. I'm from the 1900s.
My bad. I'll make sure not to set off your pacemaker or nothing.
I appreciate that. The next one are toshers from Victoria, England in the 19th century.
Tossers.
Tosher. It's actually something I watched a documentary on not too long ago as well.
I bet you have watched a documentary on tossers. Does it have something to do with candy? Like a tosher sounds like a toffee type candy.
No.
No?
No.
Am I close at all?
Not even. Toshers were people who would scavenge in the sewers looking for treasure and coins and things like that. They go digging through people's shit looking for things of value.
Is this how common treasure was back then? That you could just find it in the sewers?
Back then, they used to just toss everything out on the street anyway.
Yeah, true.
And people walking down the street, digging in their pocket, change falls out, it's going to fall in the sewer. People apparently were always in the streets for some reason wearing hats.
They did like a good hat back then,
And have you seen them pictures of the people always out in the streets?
Yeah.
Like just everybody at the street same time. So yeah, people drop shit out of their pockets all the time, and people just go down in the sewers, dig through shit, and look for things of value. It was an actual job.
Then again, though, why, if you were back then, why wouldn't you be outside? You can be cold inside or outside. You may as well have some fun outside.
The next one is a pure finder.
Pure finder. Is it like a prospector, like gold?
Yes and no. It's a weird thing, man.
Okay, is it a prospector of something? Like they're going out to find something of value?
Yes.
Is it those Mormons that come around your house that try to get you to join the church?
No.
Is it some sort of gem?
No.
Element?
No. A pure finder was a person who would go out and collect dog shit to sell to tanners.
What the hell would tanners use dog shit for? Is that how you tanned leather?
Some of them did.
Well, I mean, then again, that was probably back in the day when dogs were like eating like actual animals. and they had, I don't know, like murderous animal nutrients in their shit. Imagine trying to tan hide with shit now.
Well,
Like,
I'm thinking it was like a dye to make the leather real dark.
oh, okay.
Like after when they were boiling it or whatever the hell they did, they just put in a big vat of boiled poop to change the color of it.
Oh, yummy.
The next one is a spit boy. They were alive and well in medieval kitchens in the Middle Ages.
Ooh. Is a spit boy one of those people that have to like taste test the king's food before he eats it so it's not poisoned?
No.
Okay, then what would a spit boy be?
A spit boy is one of the people who turns a spit. You know how like they got the thing going through the animal over the fire? Somebody just stands there for 8 hours turning the animal.
I should have guessed.
The next one on the list is called a necessary woman. And this was from Victorian England in the 19th century.
I don't know. What could be a necessary woman?
Necessary woman was someone that wealthy people hired to clean out chamber pots.
That's it?
Yeah.
You couldn't just hire a maid to like kind of be a do-all? Having a job back in the day must suck.
If you wasn't rich, any job sucked.
Yeah, like giving me a job to count how many leaves are on each carrot. Like, this is the one job that I have. This is what I make my living for.
This is it. This is the one. The next one is a resurrectionist. It's from the 18th and 19th century Europe.
I would assume that they're con artists.
Kinda.
Kinda, okay. I'm assuming that it's not an actual, like, resurrection. They're not bringing anyone back from the dead. Is it like a church thing?
Resurrectionist is a grave robber that would sell the corpses back to doctors.
Didn't H.H. Holmes do that?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
They would get paid by doctors to go rob graves and bring them fresh corpses.
And those are who we're supposed to trust them? They're out clout chasing. They're literally clout chasing and bragging to their doctor buddies like, yeah, you ain't got a real skeleton in your office though.
I do.
Mm-hmm. That paper that the patient sits on, it's bone meal that I pressed out super thin.
The next one's kind of a cool job.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to have it ever.
But it's still a cool job.
But we kind of still have them these days.
Tax collectors?
Court jester for the European royalty in the medieval times. But we still have court jesters these days. That we call them entertainers.
But I thought back in the day that, like, you couldn't get mad at the jester because you couldn't take anything he said seriously.
They could cut their heads off if they wasn't entertaining enough.
Or they don't lay off the fat jokes.
And they don't lay off the fat jokes, yeah.
I think we should bring back jesters like how they were, though. Like, I think stand-up comedy would be a lot funnier.
If they had the hats on.
The hats on?
You remember the hats with all the little things and the bells on top of it?
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, of course, you gotta put them in a full jester's costume. But I'm talking, like, if the crowd isn't really enjoying the set, then they can just do, like, and then, then you get to watch an execution so you don't leave with nothing.
Yeah, you're not unsatisfied.
Yeah.
Either way.
You're getting entertained one way or the other.
The next one is from ancient Rome. It is a fecal collector.
People might think I'm a fecal collector because of how much shit I've had to put up with. Yeah, it doesn't leave much else to the imagination.
No, as workers who gathered human waste for use as fertilization in agriculture.
So I guess human shit was more nutritious back then than it is now. Like my Stay Puffed marshmallow, like the Jet Puffed cream. Like, you're not gonna grow anything out of that.
You're not gonna grow anything out of that.
That's like salting the earth.
The next one are fullers from medieval Europe in the Middle Ages.
Are they like gardeners?
It was workers who cleaned and processed raw wool by soaking it in urine to remove impurities.
What is it? I don't even...
Nothing goes to waste, man. Back then, they digging through your shit, they using your pee, everything. Nothing goes to waste.
So everyone back in the day was like Bear Grylls? Like, oh, I might die on my way to the grocery store. I should probably drink my own pee. I mean, still though, being in like an old medieval war and like fighting with swords and stuff, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. Unless you're fighting against the Vikings.
That would be a little less fun. I mean, I heard that they weren't even all that though. They didn't have no like horned helmets, or they just look like 5'6" hairy crackheads.
Big, hairy crackheads that would take a bunch of mushrooms, get naked, and run at you with a bunch of swords and cut you into little pieces.
Oh, so they're getting naked and doing mushrooms on the boat? So they are butt pirates. Throw back to episode 1. If you haven't seen it, it's in the description.
I don't know if they got naked. I just kind of made that up just now.
Oh.
I think you're going to get a kick out of the next one because
Okay.
it's going to remind you of something you've seen once.
Oh, no.
An ice cutter.
Was this in the, 1899.
Yep.
I knew it.
Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, yes.
Would you like to have that job?
Can't say that I would. I mean,
No.
then again, I hate warm drinks, so maybe it'd be worth it to get the first, dibs on the ice.
The next one is a town crier from the medieval Europe in the Middle Ages.
I think we still have a lot of those today. Are they the people that I don't know, whatever's going on in the world, they think they're helping by crying instead of taking action and doing something and helping somebody?
Well, crier back then was actually people who public announcers who delivered the news and stuff in the streets.
Like those people that have the end is nigh plank board on their chest and they got
Yes.
the bell?
Yeah.
Really?
Just like that, except it was for actual news.
You mean to tell me that the world ending isn't actual news?
I mean, it is, yeah.
So are you gonna discredit him then?
No. I mean, he's doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. That's one job I would like to take.
The homeless guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or the homeless guy that has the end is nigh sign, but come nighttime, I'm a super badass detective superhero that has had enough of the scum of the city and am killing people to my own moral code, and then I burn someone's face off in prison with hot oil.
Last one on the list, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt you would like to have this job.
Okay, well, you don't know me for sure, so
It is the court poison tester.
I did know this one. And you know what? If I'm being honest, this job would kind of be like the guy who's in control of the button that sends all the nukes off. It's only a job once. You're working one day for your entire career.
Yeah.
And other than that, you're power tripping that you got all these bombs, or you're enjoying some nice food, even if it's only a bite. I'd probably get put to death as the king notices that bigger and bigger bites of his food have been taken, considerably.
Third meal comes along, all those mashed potatoes are gone.
Yeah.
Just keep building your way up.
His wine is all backwashed and...
Wine's backwashed with cornbread in the bottom.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Logan, that was it for this video. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you around for the next one.
Yes, we do.